Okay, two very short and sweet halachot. The moral of this story is not how much you give charity, but how you give it. If you give it like a obnoxious, and you make the guy feel like 2 cents, and you embarrass him, you've lost the mitzvah. That's why the Shulchan Aruch says in Ramat, Sarich litena tzedakah, you have to give the tzedakah with a smile, and with happiness, and with a good heart, and commiserate with the ani, right? If the guy he lost his job, right? Sometimes you find that these poor people, they were very prominent. You know, that's life. It's like a ladder. That's what the ladder of Yaakov is. The Baal Shem Tov says, Sulam in Hebrew is the same gematria as mammon, money. So sometimes some people, they use their money to make the world a better place. Sometimes money makes them very far from God. And sometimes money goes up and down, We know dozens of people personally that they were super millionaire and now they don't even have a home to live in. So it says you have to commiserate that dedel bokoni and give him hope, right? Because listen, the bottom line is the whole Torah is based on love your neighbor as yourself. So if you are down in the gutter, it's not enough to give money necessarily, but also you want to be a free psychologist and make the guy feel better and omid, give him hope. But if you, God forbid, the Shulchan Aruch says, you give it to him with an ugly face and you just throw the money in his face and say, get out of here, you treat him like an animal, then you lost the zechut. And that's based on a Pirkei Avot de Rabbi Natan, which means Rabbi Natan HaBavli, which also wrote a different version of Pirkei Avot in the Braitoah, he says if there was a poor person, if you give a poor person all the greatest and most luxurious gifts in the world, but you give it to him with a ugly face and a frown and you just treat him like garbage, it's like you gave him nothing. But on the other hand, if you're poor yourself and you have no money to give, but the poor person, you give him hope, you encourage him, you give him hope, it's like you gave him everything. Because the heart is what matters. Obviously it'd help if the guy wants to marry his daughter and you pay for the whole wedding. I mean, that would be super deluxe, first class. And the next halakha is the same idea. He says, if the poor person asks you for money and you don't have anything to give him, then sometimes you feel embarrassed, right? Because everybody gave him. So it says you shouldn't shout at him and make him the guinea pig. Oh, why are you asking me for money? I don't have. But he says, if you don't have money to give, all of us has something to give to every other person in the world. And that's a smile. And that's a good, kind word. And that's to encourage one another. The thing is, you should tell him that really you want to give him money, but you can't afford it.